firstly we will see Firstly, we will go with the what is meant by the interface object, guys. Interface object, which is nothing but user-facing interface, guys. So whenever the user logged in into our application, directly they will able to see the landing page, right? In the landing page, we will configure our interfaces. I mean previews for our data. So that is nothing but the interface object. So I have provided the definition for you as well here. So for quick understanding, see, yeah, this object is mainly used for reusable object. Reusable object in the sense, dynamically we can pass the inputs to this object, and we can display the data based on the logged in user as well. Okay, and it is defined what users what wants to see and interact with the application in the UI design in the APN. That means, so based on the user whoever logged in, based on their role, so if he is a normal user, normal in the sense our application user, he can able to perform certain actions itself. If he is an administrator who is logged in as a administrator role, privileges access into our application, they can be able to access our admin tab and everything. So that I will show you in our POC. No need to worry. So yeah, so we'll discuss each and every component and the how to design the interface object, guys. Okay, so now I will quickly go to our application here. So whenever you want to create an interface, you have to select this new drop down, and here you can able to select the interface. So whenever you can select the interface, you can see there are two options got enabled here. You can start creating from the scratch, in the sense you will developing your own UI itself. You are not duplicating any existing interface. You want to replicate the same UI with the different functionality, you can duplicate the existing interface object as well. So as of now, we don't have created any interfaces, right? So I will start from create from scratch itself. Now I'm providing the naming convention as a camel casing. Camel casing in the sense starting with the small letter, and the next word followed by the next word should be the starts with caps, guys. So now UI preview form, preview components. Okay, so it is under storing under rules and constant folder. I mean rule type folder. So now we have created an interface. So now we are landing onto the interface, guys. See, this is how the interface will look like, guys. Okay. So now we will discuss each and every section here. Okay. So now whenever you have seen here in the top header, so beside the name, you can see this is the design mode, guys. Design mode, and the second one is the expression mode. So in our APN, why this is popular in the sense we have the low code, right? Low code in the sense we have the drag and drop functionality. Drag and drop in the sense when we drag any one of the component here, so it will auto generate the code into this expression mode, guys. When you drag the component in the design mode, you can able to see the code related to that component. You can able to see in the expression mode. So now we will see that as well. No need to worry. So now under the in header as well, we can test the interface as well. So as like we have tested in the expression rule, right? So same like that. So I will show you the test option here. So then you will get more clarity what is meant by the test. Test in the sense here we are testing the testing rule, right? So when we pass the inputs and we want to execute the output, we will simply click on this test rule and we'll see the output, right? So same like that, if you want to see the interface output, you will test here. Okay, so when you want to save the code changes and whatever the modifications you have made, you can use this option to save those uh, changes, latest changes. So here searching the design objects. So when you want to search here, T4 looping function tab is there, right? So you want to search the T4 looping functions uh, object here. You can search directly. See T4 looping functions. So like that, you can able to search under this global search. This is nothing but the global search, guys. Instead of our application, it will give uh, remaining other applications as well. Yeah, this is the remaining other application, guys. remaining, I mean, other application objects as well, it is showing up here. That means it is the global search. So we can search all other application objects as well here. So going to the settings here, if you want to see the properties, you can see under this gear icon. So properties, it is displaying the name and save into folder. Under the properties, we have the security option. Under the security, you can see object level security. Object level security in the sense it is inheriting the security from the parent itself, right? So parent object security, what we have defined administrator has a administrator permissions, users have the viewer permission. Like that, we have configured the security for the rule folder. So it is inherited the security from rule folder. So as of now, this object is we have not used anywhere. So there is will be no dependence. If we configure now, I will show you the dependency precedence. So and one more advantage of this object is we do have the version control, guys. Version control in the sense, so we can if your change is causing any issue, you can revert it back to your previous version as well by using the version control. And and generate translation strings. So this is the we will use this option to generate the there is no to generate the translation strings. Add a component with the text that displays to an end user, such as label and instruction or tooltips. So once we designed our UI now, we will use this option to generate the translation strings. That means labels and whatever the help tooltip and whatever we have configured, right? Those we can able to translate. So we'll see this as well, no need to worry. So if you want to duplicate this, we can duplicate this. If you want to add to the existing package, you can add this to the existing package. When you want to save this as a report type object, we can save. We will discuss the report type object later, guys. You don't need to worry. So as of now, these are the highlighted options. So these nine dots, you are already aware of it when you want to go to the uh, overall applications. So this is nothing but the header, guys. So under the header, we have the palette. Palette in the sense, palette is divided into three categories. One is the component section, another one is the patterns, another one is the design library. Okay. So now design library. Go to the design library in the sense these are already designed. Okay, these are already designed interfaces. If you want to use these interfaces in this interface, you can simply drag and drop here and you can use this existing interface. See, when I drag this interface here, so it is asking me to provide the interface inputs. See, we have not passed any interface inputs here. So yeah, so the design library in the sense, these are already existing in the uh, application. Okay, so those interfaces we can reuse here. So that is what it is mentioning here in the design library category section. So now we will discuss about the so I want to undo my changes case. So here you can use the undo option to revert it back to the previous one. Okay, so now we will discuss about the components and patterns now. So in the components, I will divide the components into multiple categories, guys. So what is there here? So yes. Okay. So we'll start with the top level components, guys. So now quickly go to the worksheet here. Yes, top level components, guys. So top level components, why we will use in the sense. So when you want to develop any one of the application, sorry, any one of the registration form something you want to develop. So at that time, we will use the top level components, guys. So one more option I want to show you. So when you want to see preview of the object. of the component, you can simply place the cursor here and you can see the preview of the component here. So see, when I drag this form here, you can see. So if you want to design to capture the to capture the basic details from the user. So this is the basic form header, guys. Okay. So this is how we will use it the top level components. See, when I drag the top level component into the design mode, you can see here in the component section, there is no top level components category is not showing up here. That means in each interface, in each interface, we can be able to use only one top level component. Under this top level component, we can use all these categories. Okay. See, this is the form top level component. This is the wizard in the sense when you have provided the details in step one, if you want to go to the next step, you can use this type of uh, top level components. So it is completely depends on the whatever the Figma design they have given to us, or else they want to design ourselves. So we will use this for showing the UI more user friendly for the user. So like that we will designing based on the uh, whatever the inputs we want to capture from the user, right? So based on that we will use this top level components for the users. See, at a time we can only use the one top level component from the user. So once you drag the top level component to the design mode, so you can see here when you place the cursor on the top level component, so there is a drop down here. So in this drop down, you can able to delete this component. Like this also you can able to delete this. So now we are back again. So in the sense, top level components we can only use. So if you want me to add this point, I can add this point for your reference. We can be only use one top level component in the one interface. We can be able to we use one top level component in the one interface. Yes. Now we'll go to the next one, guys. So these are all the top level components. Basically, we will use this for displaying the form more effectively for the user. Okay. So now layouts, guys. Okay. So using these layouts, so we have layouts and under sense. So we will segregate the sections, guys, by using the layouts. Like if you want to categorize different sections, like you want to capture the basic details from the user, personal details, and then you want to capture the another section called address details from the user, education details from the user, and also you want to capture the previous organization details from the users. So everything has a different sections, right? So at the time we will use the each of the layout to capture the user inputs more effectively. Like I will show you guys once again. So we have layouts are mainly used to yes. So now I will drag this component here. So again, under the section layout, I want to use the box layout. I can drag here. So section layout will look like this, guys. So here we can add the name, whatever we want to add, like basic details from the user. So under this section, we can capture the basic details for the user. So here we can add enter your details, all your details. Enter your all details. Like this we can able to mention here. So you, yeah, so under the box layout is done now, so we can use the card here. So using the card, we can add the background for our components. And if you want to add cards as a group, so this will be selectable, guys. So you can select any one of these options. So using the billboard layout, we can add an image here. See, we can add the image and we can drag our components here. So like this, these are all the different sections, guys. So we will use these sections in our POC to implement our uh, own UI configurations. Okay, so yeah, we'll see. Yeah, how I will provide any of this. Yeah. So mainly, this we will use for adding the sections, guys. Sections in the sense we will use the each layout for each section. Like that, we will categorize the our self from the users to take the capture the inputs from the users. So this is how each section will look like, guys. Okay. So we will add this in our real-time POC. So we will you will better to understand why we will use this everything. Okay. So now we have discussed about the layouts, right? So now we'll discuss about the input sections, guys. Okay, inputs. So now, sorry, under the section itself, we have the two more sections are available, which we are commonly used, which is nothing but the columns layout and side by side layouts, guys. So I will show you why these layouts we will use. Okay. So now I will drag these components under this. Yeah, so here you can see columns layout we have added, right? And then I will add the side by side layout as well, guys. Then you will get to know what is meant by the what is meant by side columns layout and side by side layouts. So yes, these are the sections, right? So we have seen these layouts, right? So now we'll go to the input section, guys. So very commonly used components are input section components. I mean input components. So now under the components, interface components, we have the input type of component, guys. Okay, inputs type of components why we will use in the sense. So mainly it will take the inputs from the user. So whether you want to capture the input from the user is a text type, we will use the text field here. So using the text field, we will capture both integer values as well as the text values from the user. Okay, so user simply enters the, so if I add the label, if I add the label here, label as a your first name, like that I will add if I have added now, so I can be able to capture the inputs from the user as a first name here, uh, like this. Like this the user will enter, I will save into the my source once I save this value into my respective local variable or rule input. Okay, so now if you want to capture the input as a paragraph, so if you want to capture the input as a paragraph, so the user needs to enter a para as a comments. So at that time, we will use the paragraph field, guys. Most probably, we will use this for comments and the descriptions part from the user, right? At that time, we will use this paragraph field. So now you want to capture the input from the user as an integer format. So like if you want to capture the phone number, at that time we will use this. We are using this integer field component, guys. Okay. So now if you want to capture the input as a decimal format, see here price unit decimal format we can capture here. Okay. And also if you want to capture the date, if you want to capture the date from the user, you can use this date here. So now the user can be able to select the dates here. So if you want to select that his date of birth, he can be able to go to the previous years, and then he can able to select the date here. So like that he can be able to choose the date as well. So if you want to capture the inputs from date and time, so you we can add this date and time as well. Date and time as well we can able to select here by using the date and time field component. So styled text editor. So if you want to change your text styles, like you have one entered name called Suresh here. So yeah, Suresh name you have entered. You want to make this text as a style. So you can select this and you can apply the bold or italic options or else underline. So everything we can style the text guys if we using the styled text editor. Okay. Now we have the encrypted text option as well. So encrypted text why we are using this. So if you have entered one of the value here. Okay. So so what will it do? It will what will it do? It will encrypt the text guys. Okay, I mean it will encrypt the text in the sense it will mask the value in the sense we can't able to see whatever the user got have entered the value. See here, if I enable the masked here, so what will happen? If whatever the value I have entered, you are not able to seeing, right? So this is mainly we will use for uh, password entering options, or else username and password entering at the time options, or else comments. We want to encryption. So at that time we use this option called encrypted text field component, guys. Okay. So now you can see here file upload field component. So yeah, so in see all these components I'm adding under the side by side layout. See, if I want to add a new column layout here, I can add a new column layout here as well, and I can drag the barcode field here. See, all these components I'm adjusting side by side. You can see here. So what? How many components? Three, five components I have added here, right? So again, I will add the five components here. Record chatbot or something, a barcode, nothing but okay. So whenever I have added these components side by side, see both of them are showing as similar, right? Components existing part, both columns layout and side by side layout. What how it is look like in a sense. So same adjustment, same side by side layout. How the components got adjusted. So same like that. We can be able to adjust in the columns layout as well. So what was the main difference in the sense? So these are also having the same width options. So when you want to display few other components like layouts under this columns layout or section layout like card layout or some other layouts. At that time side by side layout will be helpful for us to configure or those card and other options buttons or some other things in side by side manner for to show more look beautifully compared to the columns layout. So that's why we will use this side by side layout to show the components side by side. So columns layout in the sense the width is got adjustable. We can make the as a auto as well, and also it will show as a fixed length of width for each component. So like that also we can able to uh, configure. Yes. So now going discussing about the file upload field component, guys. So in our real time use case, so the user will upload the files. User will are going to uploading the files from the system itself. So what we need to do, we have to save those files. So to capture before saving that, we need to capture the files, right? So for capturing the file from the user, we will use this file upload field component. So we will discuss this thoroughly. You don't need to worry. As of now, see what are the input components are available in this Appian. Okay, so the barcode field is nothing but so we will use to capture the barcode data. Okay, so like that these are all the different input type field components, guys. So these are latestly introduced record type as a chart, documents as a chatbot, and data fabric as a chatbot. Okay, these are also input field components. So now we have completed the inputs category, right? So now yeah, so now input components we usually use it to capture the inputs from the user, guys. Inputs from the user. We usually use the inputs from the capture the inputs from the user with the different options. with different options. So now going back to here. So now under the inputs we have the selection components, guys. So all these input components user have entered the value, right? So now I will drag the side by side layout again to display you to this guys display this selection field components. Selection field components in the sense, so the user needs to select the values from these components. So like see, there will be a multiple options are coming up, right, when we are clicking on the drop down. So you can see, so option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. So we can use this drop down as a select your country. So whenever you selected this option, so it will show all the country names. So under this country, you will simply select the India. So like that, we can able to use this drop down field component, guys. So multi drop down is available. Okay. Multi drop down is also available. Multiple drop down in the sense, at a time you can be able to select multiple values at a single go. Okay. Multiple values. See, when I can be able to select the multiple values in this drop down. We can choose this multiple values like this whenever they're asking to select your subjects na, so we at the time we can able to select the multiple subjects here. Okay. So now going back to the drop down field. In the drop down field, single drop down field, we can able to select at a one option at a single go. See, whenever I selected single option, the drop down is collapsing. So this is meant by the single drop down and the multiple drop down. So we have the radio buttons. So when they ask you to select the gender, na, so here you can select male or female, right? So at that time you can able to use this drop down options and check boxes. So when they want to check the boxes like when you want to select multiple options as a check boxes, right? So we can use the check boxes selection field component. So we can able to select all the options at a one go. And also we have the cards as a choice. Cards as a choice in the sense same like that. Cards will using these cards to select the users see good or neutral bad. So these are also called feedback form. So if you want to send the feedback form as a choices, so we can use this field itself. Cards as a choice field, selection fields. So selection fields, selection input component, selection components basically what will it do? It will allows the users to select the choices which have already pre-configured. That means we have already prepared the data and showing them the user to select any one of the option. So like that selection field components. Now we have completed a selection, right? Now we are going to show the display. Display in the sense, so these components no need to capture the inputs. So these are all the actions which required from the user to enter the value, to select the value. User interaction is needed here. So in this display value, so display value in the sense, so we simply use these components uh, to display to the users, guys. What we will display the users. So if you want to display the image, if you want to display the image, you can use this component. So now here what I will do is I will use this so I will again drag this side by side layout. Under the layouts I'm going to use the side by side layout again. Okay, in this side by side. So yeah, using this image field, we can able to display the image, guys. So for that, we require to create a document as well. So I will show you. No need to worry. So heading field, we will use this to provide the headings for your data. So CRC Boris Foundation is there, na? So this is the heading. They have configured using the heading field. Displays a heading with the configuration for the color. So rich text display field. Rich text display field we will use to display the text in a variety of styles, guys. Variety of styles in the sense if you want to make the text as a strong in the sense bold and italics underlines, we can use this rich text display field. Okay. So using the KPIs. So if you want to display your data as a KPI, na? So KPI in the sense key performance indicator, right? As an optional trend using the record types as a data source. So yes. So using this KPI display field, we can show the performance indicators, guys. And the tag field we will use to show the user text with a tag. See, corporate partner is there na, so we are showing the label corporate partner label as a tag format. And we have the stamp field. Using the stamp field, if you want to make the user more concentrate on the stamp na, so we can use the stamp field to see this is the round stamp with the user's icon. Under this we have the text as well. So yes, see, displays an icon or add text colored circle background. So this is nothing but the stamp field. So now we have the horizontal line. So under the two components, if you want to add a horizontal line, we can use this horizontal line component. Message banner, guys. So see, this is the message banner, guys. So here is the card is there, some yeah, some info icon is there, and case created, and what are the case description. If you want to see, you can use this. And also we have the milestone in the sense whenever you applied for the job, so initially what will be the step here, so you have applied for the position, and then internal evaluation got evaluating, and once your profile is shortlisted, the step move to the profile shortlisted, and then they will go with the interview scheduling process. First round of interview got selected or completed, second round of process interview also got completed, in the third round so it will show them as a rejected. If they are rejected, it will show them as a rejected, or else they will add to the background verification step, and then offer released, and then offer accepted or declined, and then he joined or not joined, like that milestone steps will be there, right, in the profile shortlist or onboarding process for an employee. So like that we can use this uh, milestones. Okay, progress bar in the sense, see, if you want to show you how many people are completed their tasks na, so you can use this. So around 100 people are there, in that 100 75 people are completed their tasks. So if you want to show them overall task percentage as a progress bar, so you can use this. And then gauze in the sense stream percentage, we will show them as a round circle here, circular circle. So web content, so using this web content we can display the inline for an external source, from an external source in the sense, if you want to display the external source information, we can use this web content field. So document viewer field, so we will quietly use this document viewer field to display the document, guys. So if you want to display the PDFs or also any other documents, you can use this document viewer field to display the documents for the users. So video content field is nothing but we will use this to display the user all the videos to play for the for from them in the interface now. So we will use this video field component, guys. Okay, these are all the display field components, guys. Mainly we will use this to display the user what was the data, how is the data is, and everything. Okay, yeah, display value sorry, displays mainly used to display additional information to the user as a different the different form. Like this, we usually different form we can show the users. So this is the main section, guys. Action section. Under this action section, what we usually do, we will perform the actions in our applications. So nothing but, so we mainly so these are the link section. So we will show them the text as a link here. So when the user clicks on this link, we will see one or more links, including the document links as well and record links that update the variables. So using this link, what we usually do, we will perform certain actions like updating the value or starting any other processes. We usually do, guys. So these are the buttons. So when you want to submit the form, so we will use this button as a submit. So once the form got saved, once the user clicks on the submit, so like that we usually provide the buttons under the form. So now we will create one form in the next 40 minutes. Don't need to worry, I will show all these options how to configure. So these are all dragging and dropping, right? So now in the next session we will show how to write the code as well for these objects, okay, for these components. So this is nothing but the button that can automatically submit a form. and record action field. So these are all the record actions, guys. I will show you once we created the record actions in the record type. So now we'll discuss about the grids and lists. So we'll take one class for entire grid configuration and grid displaying. So I will give you overview. So editable grid. When you can see editable grid here. So in the editable grid, the users can be able to edit the list here. See in the list, you can able to see quantity, they can able to edit price, they can be able to edit, right? So in the read-only grid, we will display the data as a read-only format. The name in the sense itself, we will show them as a read-only format. So they will see the details and information based on the in the filters they will apply. They can also view the data here as a read-only format. So don't need to worry. We will take two classes on this grids itself. Actions, grids, lists. Okay. Now we'll go to the next section. Yeah, charts. Charts are nothing but these are the different types of charts guides. If you want to visualize and show you the data for the users, we will use this chart types. So when using the pie chart, we can able to display the data graphically, displaying the whole part. So we will configure these charts as well. So yeah, area chart. If you want to see use data as a displaying format, now we can use this area chart as well. See, this is how the area chart. So we can categorize the data and display the data as well. So as of now, we don't have the data, guys. So that's why I'm not configuring. So once we started POC now, so we have the data in our tables, then we can configure easily. Okay, scatter chart in the sense, numerical data as a coordinates. See, these are all the coordinates using a scatter chart to display the two or more variables data. Okay, charts we usually use it to display the data as a visual format. And we have pickers. Pickers are used to provide them the user when the user is entering any value. So we will show the suggestion, guys, here. See, uh, it's loading. Yeah, we have not configured. So pickers are using to pick the value from the suggestion, guys. So whenever you are entering the value, so it what will happen? So it will automatically suggest a value for you. So you simply need to select any one of the suggestion value there. Why I don't know. It is not selected. So yes, like that we have multiple pickers, guys. Like you can select the pick. See, this is how it will show you auto completing input for the selection of one or more users. Auto completing in the sense when you entered any one of the word here, so it will auto complete. I mean, it will suggest you a value and you can select any one of the value and it will hold here in the picker field itself. This is the user picker and we have the group picker as well. In the group picker, we will configure the groups and the users and groups. You can select both the values at the same time. Users can be able to select and groups can also be able to select. Okay, so if you want to select the folders or documents, you can be able to select. Coming to the browser fields, so these are all the browser fields for. So this is how the browser field looks like. So when you select the process report, there will be a child objects are there, so you can select the child object and you can save those objects. So like this we will use the browser field components, guys. And coming to the custom components, so these are all pre-configured and the plugins that are available. So based on your scenario, you can use these uh, custom plugins, guys. Okay, so yeah, like see,